This is Solo Musician Startup, a rebrand of JP Talks Music. It's a look into the mindset of bootstrapping a music project totally solo, and an exercise at self-expression in a world where the common default is a blur of anonymity. This podcast can be your companion on a similar journey, or a reminder that big things are possible with patience and strategy. Enjoy.
I wish to come here and say that I am a man who does not exist for others.
I am going back into the studio again very shortly here to record my next song. Going to a different studio than the one I went to before. Just felt like shopping around a little bit and making sure I was getting the best kind of bang for my buck. I found a new studio that gives me a finer sense of alignment with my sound that I'm trying to make, as well as giving me some benefits that match up a bit with the modern landscape of trying to create and share music. I found this new recording option through Instagram. I just started getting ads for a recording company out on the west side of the Twin Cities for the studio called Helvig Productions. And one of the engineers there, Max, was a drummer in a metalcore band here. And then when I found that out after I was viewing these ads, that kind of set off something for me, because the next song that I'm going to be releasing is in a different subgenre of punk rock from the first song that I released, Never Blending In. Gonna be a blend of pop punk mixed with hardcore. The shorthand kind of way to say this would be called easycore. Bands that fit in like that would be New Found Glory is a big one, A Day to Remember, Chunk, No Captain Chunk. They kind of hit their peak in the mid-2010s with their relevance. And I've never really recorded a song in that style, but I've always had a soft spot for it. I actually really am into heavy music. That's part of why I have an affinity for lower tunings, just because I love the meatiness of a lower tuned song. Can help add a bit of punch. So knowing that Max had that, metalcore and easycore share a similar sort of language, I guess you would say, for how you would create tone in guitars. So that kind of got me interested to talk to him and see if it made sense for us to work together. And I reached out and we had a back and forth that felt pretty good. And he offered me a pretty good recording package for the price. It was around how much I paid last time, but there was how to market your music. They kind of have this like packet that they gave me to help me sort of think through how to actually get it shared, which is stuff that I was already thinking about and doing on my own anyway. But it's nice to have that baseline of support, and it sort of verifies for me that they understand what it's like to create music in the modern landscape. When they're helping me record this, they're also going to be helping me with creating some videos of me doing the recordings, which are pretty good content to have for when you're doing a release rollout. And they'll help me edit it together to be included in my release package. It's going to work a bit differently how I'm doing the structure of the recording as well. When I did my first recording, it was a one-day session where we just kind of had to jam it all in and get it all done in one go. And that's not how it's going to be handled this time. We're going to be doing multiple recording sessions. All I know is that it's going to be at least 2 for right now. And the nice thing about it was that they would help me, in theory, as much as possible to get the song where I needed it to be, while offering me a flat rate of how much studio time was going to cost. So it kind of puts me at ease more during the recording process, I'm thinking, hoping, because I don't have to have this like intense urgency like I had to have before. It doesn't incentivize that kind of need to move quick as much. So I'm curious to see how that goes. Part of me wish that it was going to be the one shot, because then you kind of have the build up and you get the song done. You get it out of your system, you know you've done everything you need to do. versus splitting it up more. I'm just gonna be thinking about it on the in-between and having it weigh on my mind. And it would be nice to kind of move it more quickly from the creation phase into figuring out the marketing phase, because that's where I have the biggest learning curve still. That's where I'm going to have it for a while, is just figuring out how to make art and handle it in a way that gives other people incentive to look at it and share it and interact with it and engage with it. That's something that I'm still very new to. So it's something that is always on my mind a lot throughout all phases of this project, is when it comes down to it, since I'm still so green in the area of sharing and getting the art out, is ways that I can improve it for the next cycle. So it would be nice to get the song done all in one day, just so I could, kind of close the page on it and then start thinking about the next step. But that's okay. Of course, it makes the stakes for the actual time that I'm in the studio seem a bit lower. So that seems like a trade-off worth experimenting with. I would think that removing that push to be working so quickly on such a tight deadline would give me the additional space to sort of let the song be treated the way that it intuitively feels like it needs to be treated, regardless of how much time it'll take. My first session that I have coming up shortly here, I'm going to be getting down the rhythm guitar and the bass and a scratch vocal, as in what will probably end up being a throwaway vocal, just to have the basic foundation of the song in place. And then we will talk about our ideas for where to go with it and how to fine-tune it on the next session.
That's all for this one. I'll catch you again when there's something else worth saying. Please follow Solo Musician Startup on Spotify podcasts and rate it 5 stars. To stay up to date with my journey, as well as follow future music and podcast releases, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube at JP Winters Music. My second single, Our Own Pace, releases summer of 2026 on all platforms. And I'll end with a reminder: be brave enough to look like an idiot going after the things you love. Until next time.